My name is Evelyn Vance. For 25 years, that name was a footnote in the grand, self-written epic of the Vance family dynasty. I was the silent observer, the one who never required attention, which they mistook for indifference. They weren't indifferent to me, they were simply blind. But blindness, when paired with arrogance, is a lethal vulnerability. Brooke's text hit at 21:17 a.m. "You're not elite enough for the Vance New York party. Stay home." The message wasn't a casual slight. It was the final, perfectly honed spear aimed at the last fragile bit of me that still wished for acceptance. It was a digital echo of 1,000 childhood dismissals. It was the insult that finally set fire to the blueprint of my revenge. I fired back one word, cold and clean. Perfect. My party's somewhere else. 3 weeks later, I wired $80,000 through Viridian Group LLC, a corporate entity Mara and I had silently constructed, and took ownership of a 48-foot Hatteras yacht. I slapped Silver Ghost on the stern, the moniker they'd used to mock my quiet voice and unexcitable demeanor since 8th grade. It was no longer a taunt, it was a flag, flown over seized territory. Part 1. The Blueprint of the Wound. Growing up in the Vance house meant one absolute, unyielding rule. Brooke came first. My little sister was the high school star athlete who scored the winning point every season. She was the heir. Colleges sent scouts. Local papers ran her photo above the fold, often eclipsing national news. My mother, Victoria Vance, coached the Boosters Club and turned every dinner into a detailed, obsessive recap of Brooke's stats. My mother, Diana Vance, kept a scrapbook thicker than my college transcripts, a physical monument to her golden daughter. I was the afterthought, the shadow cast by the spotlight. At 10, I asked if I could invite 2 friends to the family New Year's Eve party. Victoria laughed, the sound loud and dismissive. "This isn't a sleepover, Evelyn. It's for donors." High-level connections. I spent the night in my room, counting the professional-grade fireworks exploding through the window, the bass shaking the glass, feeling the exclusion deep in my bones. Age 12. Brooke got a new, roaring dirt bike for Christmas, a machine engineered for adrenaline. I got socks. Sensible, charcoal gray athletic socks. "Athletes need gear," Diana explained, holding the embroidered logo of Brooke's team uniform. I stopped asking. Instead, I learned to film her practices on my clunky flip phone and edit the clips, adding dramatic music and graphics so recruiters noticed. I was the unpaid, unseen producer of her life. Nobody ever asked what I wanted to study. By 15, the pattern locked into the structural integrity of the family. Brooke missed curfew after a game, reeking of cheap beer. Victoria high-fived her, murmuring, "Part of the process, champ." I missed dinner editing a school project, submitting a documentary that won a statewide technology prize. Diana grounded me for a week for poor priorities. My only tether to sanity was Aunt Clara Vance, Victoria's younger sister. She'd been the family rebel, divorced at 30, built a small, sharp real estate firm in Providence, and flatly refused to bow to Victoria's corrosive rules. "Evelyn, my little ghost," she'd say on our Sunday calls, using Brooke's cruel nickname, but turning it into a term of quiet affection. They think quiet is weak. They think a lack of noise means a lack of substance. They're wrong. Your turn's coming. Keep grinding. I hated the name then, but her calls were oxygen, a promise of a future I could build for myself. Submerged. Senior year, disaster. Brooke tore her ACL in the state semis. The scouts vanished as if evaporated by the heat. Victoria sank into a terrifying silence, staring blankly at the ESPN ticker. Diana drowned her disappointment in increasingly heavy pours of Pinot Grigio. I wanted partial scholarship to Emerson for digital media. They forgot to attend my graduation ceremony. Brooke was sulking on the couch, icing her knee, muttering that colleges only cared about flash anyway. I moved out at 22 with 2 duffels and a laptop. Boston rent ate half my internship pay, but I posted my first sponsored reel for a local coffee shop. The views hit 10,000 overnight. Brands trickled in. By 25, the trickle became a torrent, and I quit the day job. Brooke, now 28, bounced between community college attempts and odd jobs, still living at home. Victoria paid her truck note. Diana cooked her favorites. Last fall, Brooke announced her girlfriend Sienna was pregnant. Victoria, desperate to revive the Vance Air narrative, threw a massive, ostentatious gender reveal at the country club. I got the embossed invitation 3 days late, deliberately tucked behind a coupon mailer. I texted, "Congrats." No reply. Thanksgiving. I drove down. Brooke, sensing my detachment, cornered me in the garage, the air cold and smelling of old oil. "You think your little videos make you somebody? Victoria says influencers peak at 30. You're almost there." I shrugged, turning my focus to the oil stain on the floor. "At least I peak on my own dime." Her smirk faltered before she walked off. Aunt Clara called that night. I heard the garage chat. "Brooke's scared, Evelyn. Her knee never healed right, and now a kid. She's trying to drag you down to make herself feel stable. Don't let them. Don't let them back on your chessboard." She paused, her voice hardening with purpose. "Remember Mara from Emerson, the maritime law expert? She's practicing in Boston now. Keep her number. Family gets messy. Get ahead of it." I saved the contact. Mara and I had bonded over late-night edits in the media lab. She switched to law after her own mother lost a boat in a devastating lien mess. Smart, quiet, zero drama. December rolled in cold and sharp. I kept posting skincare routines, tech unboxings, watching the numbers climb steady and exponentially. Part 2. Viridian Rising. One Sunday, Aunt Clara video called from her office, a view of Providence Harbor behind her. "Victoria's planning the biggest NYE bash yet. I heard the whole Cape Cod crowd mentioned using your fancy job to comp champagne." I rolled my eyes. "Not happening." She laughed, a crisp, clean sound. "Good. Build your empire, kid. They'll notice when it's too late to stop you." I hung up, motivated not just by spite, but by a visceral need for sovereignty. The next campaign pitch landed Monday morning, a winter wellness brand needing a massive holiday push. The client wanted cozy, authentic winter vibes, hot cocoa, weighted blankets, LED face masks. I scripted the 15-second hooks, shot in my apartment with ring lights and a fake fireplace app. The views climbed daily. The client emailed midweek. Engagement beat projections by 40%. Unprecedented reach. Clang! Friday morning, the direct deposit hit. $80,000, labeled performance bonus. I stared at the bank alert, coffee cooling forgotten. No loans, no investors, just my edits, my captions, and my focus. Crimson bars that afternoon. Need advice on shielding cash from family claims. My lawyer aunt mentioned it. She laughed, impressed. Set up an LLC. Maritime assets complicate things. Meet me tomorrow. We grabbed beers at a dockside bar in East Boston, overlooking the shipping channels. Mara spread paperwork across the worn table. Viridian Group LLC, files in Delaware, operates in Massachusetts. You own 100%. Yacht purchase runs through it. Creditors and family members hate piercing that veil. It's a wall. I nodded, signing digitally on her tablet. Filing fees, $400. The cost of a solid legal fortress. Monday, I scrolled yacht 38-foot 1998 Hatteras had been sitting in Edgartown Harbor, a foreclosure repo asking $95,000. Hull solid, engines rebuilt last year, interior gutted for refit. A clean slate.
I wired a 10% deposit before lunch. The broker called back, stunned.
Cash deal. Closing in 10 days? You're serious? Closing day. I flew to Martha's Vineyard on the ferry, Mara tagging along for the walkthrough. The surveyor poked and tapped the keel, declaring her seaworthy. I transferred the balance from the Viridian Group LLC account. Title transferred clean. No liens, no surprises. Back in the marina office, I signed the stern nameplate form. Silver Ghost, I told the clerk. She raised a professional eyebrow, but stamped the form. The name stung less in chrome letters. It was now the badge of my independence. Refit started immediately. I hired a Vineyard Haven yard, new teak decks, a modern galley, LED strips under the gunnels. The most critical upgrade, an electrician installed biometric scanners on the companionway and the master stateroom. Thumbprint or facial recognition only. No keys to copy, no easy lockpicking. The app linked to my phone would alert me if anyone tampered. Mara reviewed the work order. Smart. Massachusetts recognizes electronic access as a valid locking mechanism. Trespass laws apply on water, same as land. You're building a secure, private domain. Final week focused on tech. A Starlink dome went up on the radar arch, uninterrupted high-speed connectivity for global brand building. 4 security cameras with night vision and motion sensors tied into the same biometric panel. Mara ran a mock breach. She tried forcing the salon slider. The alarm blared in 30 seconds. The marina office phoned instantly. I paid the yard invoice, $22,000 total. The Viridian Group LLC checking account still held breathing room. Standing on the swim platform, salt air sharp, I watched the chrome nameplate get bolted on. Silver Ghost gleamed under the floodlights. Mara clapped my shoulder. She's yours, free and clear. Registered to the LLC, flagged Massachusetts. Nobody touches her without your print. I slept aboard for the first time. No family group chats, no booster club obligations, just the gentle hum of the bilge pump and my own breathing. The game was on. Part 3, the digital strike. The first weekend in December, I motored Silver Ghost out of the slip alone. The engines purred smooth. I dropped anchor off Chappaquiddick, the water flat as glass. I set the phone on a tripod bolted to the rail. The sun hung low, the sky streaked orange. One take. I popped a bottle of Prosecco, poured it into a plastic flute, and leaned against the transom. Testing the new office, I said to the lens, then panned across the freshly installed teak deck. No script, no cuts. Edited in the salon that night, trimmed to 14 seconds, I added a subtle text overlay. My own end-of-year spot. Uploaded before midnight. Notifications started slow, then snowballed into a blizzard. By dawn, the clip crossed 1 million views. Brands slid into my DMs. The wellness client texted congratulations. Million. TikTok pushed it to the coveted For You page nationwide. Comments poured in. People tagging friends, asking for marina details. I pinned one calculated reply. Private slip. Invite only. Brooke's message arrived at 9:42 a.m. Cute boat, sis. Still not Vance level. New York is at the club. Don't embarrass us by begging in. I read it twice. My thumb hovered over the reply button. Then I typed, already got plans. Enjoy the club. Sent. Blocked her number. Blocked Diana's. Blocked Victoria's. The group chat went silent on my end. Views kept climbing. A yacht broker in Florida quoted the video in a listing. Local news ran a segment on influencer boat life. I muted everything except work emails. The attention was not the goal, the reaction was. Tuesday, I fueled up, checked the weather, clear through the holidays, and stocked the galley. The biometric panel blinked green every time I boarded. A digital guardian. Wednesday,
The clip spawned stitches and duets. Comedians mocking rich kid problems. Travelers asking for coordinates.
I let the algorithm run wild. Thursday, a major production company inquired about sponsored content aboard. I quoted triple my usual rate. Viridian Group LLC invoice. They wired the deposit the same day. Brooke tried Instagram, sliding a gym mirror selfie into her stories. Caption: real wins don't need filters. I screenshotted, archived, and moved on. Zoning morning, the video crossed 8 million. The TikTok Creator Fund alert chimed. Extra revenue incoming. I transferred it straight to the LLC. Brooke's wife, Sienna, posted an ultrasound update, tagged the family account. No mention of me. I spent the afternoon polishing brass fittings, coiling lines, labeling storage bins. The boat felt like an extension of my apartment. Quiet, controlled, and mine. Classics 4. The Maritime Chess Match. Deflated. 10 minutes after I posted the clip, a notification pinged from an unknown email Brooke used for gym promos. Boat's cute, but New York needs space for 50. Dock it at the club. We'll take over. I replied to the address. Not available. Then marked it as spam. Diana emailed next from the family account. It's a family tradition, Evelyn. Victoria booked the band. Bring the yacht. I archived without response. Victoria left a voicemail at the marina office. Staff forwarded the audio. Her voice crackled with manufactured authority. This isn't a request. The Vance name opens doors. Park at the club slip by Friday, or we handle logistics. I played it for Mara over speakerphone. She smirked. Indirect pressure. Marina's private. Edgartown enforces docking permits strict. File a no docking order today. We drafted it in her office. Viridian Group LLC letterhead. Clear denial of permission, citing Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 91, regarding private vessel rights. I signed. Mara emailed the manager and harbor master, with me CC'd. Manager confirmed. Order logged.
Any unauthorized vessel denied berth. The escalation was immediate. Brooke switched to a burner email. Subject: NYE itinerary. Attachment: a fabricated guest list, catering menu, and fireworks permit. Body: confirms slip assignment. Security arrives 6 p.m. I forwarded the entire package to Mara. Next morning, a courier delivered an envelope to the marina office addressed to Silver Ghost owner. Inside, a forged docking reservation under a Vance family trust, crudely dated last month. The harbor master, already alerted, rejected it on sight. Mara reviewed the scan. Sloppy inkjet from a strip mall printer. I'll send a cease and desist. She attached the fraudulent document to a formal letter demanding they halt all fraudulent submissions, copying the local PD records unit. Certified mail tracking enabled. Redhead a victim emailed a reminder from the real estate firm account. Club expects the vessel. Sponsors committed. Confirm by EOD. Nickel I let Mara reply. Permission denied per attached order. Further fraudulent submissions will result in criminal complaint. Sienna messaged from her work phone, desperation seeping through the screen. Brooke's stressed. Baby's due soon. Just let us use it one night. Crimson that. Congrats on the baby. Answer is still no. Mara updated the file with every thread timestamped. Pattern established. They escalate, we document. The family grew frantic. Brooke tried a marina voicemail, left with the dockmaster. Tell Evelyn the family needs the boat. Victoria's blood pressure is through the roof. Staff transcribed, emailed me. I saved the PDF. Diana sent a physical card via courier, handwritten. Think of your sister's future, her reputation. I photographed and filed. Mara filed the no docking order with the county clerk for public record. Fee, $40. Scanned copy emailed to all parties. The marina posted a laminated notice on the gate. Silver Ghost, private vessel, no unauthorized docking. Victoria's assistant sent another email with a backdated rental contract, complete with my forged e-signature and photoshopped Viridian Group stamp. Mara, moving past civil complaints, reported this directly to the State Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division as potential identity misuse. The harbor master messaged me, second reservation attempt under your name, denied, documents destroyed. We have 2 patrol vessels assigned to the area for NYE. Brooke's final email from a temporary address, you'll regret this. Mara flagged it for the harassment log. The week before New Year's Eve, I tested the alarm system, triggering it remotely. Marina security responded in 90 seconds. Mara dropped by with takeout. The trails are bulletproof, Evelyn. If they appear, it's trespass, on record. You win the moment they step foot on the gangway. Part 5. New Year's Eve, the hard dock. New Year's Eve, 7 p.m., Edgartown Harbor. The temperature hovered at 28 degrees Fahrenheit. The fog was rolling in, thick and cold. Afflict I watched from the enclosed flybridge as Victoria's black Suburban, a symbol of their comfortable, outdated wealth, rolled onto the parking lot, headlights cutting the fog like searchlights. Brooke hopped out first, swaggering despite her slight limp. Sienna, heavily pregnant, waddled behind her in a thick puffer coat. Diana followed with a tote of tacky, nautical-themed decorations. The stranger was last, a lean woman in a black hoodie, carrying a canvas tool bag, tools clinking inside. Silas, the hacker from the C&D. Minimized the dock like they owned it. Victoria waved a printout, the fake one. Evelyn, open up. The party starts in an hour. We can do this the easy way. Stayed put. My phone, mounted inside the salon, was recording. My voice, amplified by an external speaker I'd installed, cut through the night. Leave. No docking order is in effect. You are trespassing. Wolver ignored me, her face twisted in a sneer, and climbed the gangway. The biometric panel flashed red at her attempted thumbprint. She pounded the companionway door. Override this crap, Evelyn! It's family property! Silas, the stranger, knelt quickly, unzipped the bag, and pulled out a handheld device. A signal jammer and scanner, trying to bypass the lock's handshake protocol. Lights blinked erratically on the panel, then locked harder, the system reinforced by the shipyard's anti-tamper update. Sienna tugged Brooke's sleeve, tears welling in her eyes. This is insane, Brooke. We need to go. No, Brooke shouted, shrugging her off. This is a family asset. Back me up, Sienna. Diana set the tote down, her hands fluttering in useless panic. Evelyn, think of the guests. The champagne is chilling in the car. Whenever, her face purple with frustrated authority, dialed someone on speaker. Security, we've boarded. Need assistance? Click. Crick. No answer. She was bluffing, the club security refusing to step into a documented legal dispute. I didn't hesitate. I hit the marina emergency button. A siren whooped from the office. Dock lights flooded the area with blinding white light. Officer Reed arrived in a patrol truck, boots crunching the icy gravel. Evening. Complaint of unauthorized access. Victoria thrust the fake papers at her. "We have a reservation. This is my daughter's toy." Reed scanned the paper, then shook her head. "Denied weeks ago. LLC order on file. Step back." Brooke lunged at the panel again, adrenaline overriding sense. "It's my sister's! We're taking it!" Sienna's face crumpled. "Brooke, stop! The baby's kicking like crazy. This stress—" "Shut up, Sienna! Not now!" Enna zipped her coat tighter. "I'm done." She turned, marched back down the gangway, her heels clicking sharp on the frozen wood. She got in the Suburban and slammed the door. Diana chased after her. "Honey, wait!" Sluggish kept fiddling with Silas's device, but Reed stepped between them. "Ma'am, cease or you're detained." Silas packed up quick, muttering about warrants and bad intel, and slipped away into the shadows, a professional sensing the jig was up. Victoria's voice rose to a strangled shout. "This is harassment! I know the chief!" Reed calmly radioed backup. "Possible trespass, Silver Ghost slip. Captain..." Then, the final devastating reveal. The lock clicked. The companionway door cracked open. The face staring back made their jaws drop. It was Evelyn, but not the little ghost they remembered. Her expression was utterly devoid of emotion, framed by the cold, expensive metal of the boat. Standing slightly behind her, just visible in the interior light, was a heavily built woman, Jess, the maintenance captain I'd hired, holding a gimbal-mounted phone, the red record light steady. Jess's voice, loud and clear. "Good evening, Ms. Vance. We are live streaming this entire interaction for insurance and legal purposes. Everything said is admissible." They hadn't just been thwarted, they had been documented. Victoria argued, pleaded, tears streaming down her face, the performance of a life built on privilege suddenly collapsing. Brooke cursed under her breath. Sienna started the Suburban and peeled out without them, tires spinning gravel. Reed issued verbal warnings. "Leave now or citations will be issued, and the vessel's owner will pursue trespass charges." They retreated slowly. Victoria, the last one off the dock, glared over her shoulder. Jess approached me, pocketing the phone. "Got it all. Faces clear. Audio crisp. 10 million views by morning if you want." I shook my head, exhaling frosty air. "Hold it. Evidence first. We need to control the narrative." She locked the companionway behind us. The harbor fell silent again. The clock struck midnight. Fireworks popped over the harbor. Jess raised a plastic cup of sparkling cider. "To owning your space." We clinked glasses on the flybridge, music low from the salon speakers. Jess uploaded the footage at 12:05 a.m. Edited tight, captioned neutrally. "Private property respected. Legal warnings issued." Views spiked immediately. By 2 a.m., it crossed 10 million. Comments flooded with support, outrage, and memes targeting the yacht moms. Part 6. The Unraveling. Invoked. Before second, Victoria, in a desperate, vindictive attempt, filed suit in Dukes County. Vance Family Trust versus Viridian Group LLC, claiming familial interest in Viridian Group assets. Mara, ready for this, countered not just with LLC docs, but with the marina log, the biometric access records, and the newly acquired, time-stamped video evidence of their attempted illegal seizure. The judge dismissed the case in a preliminary hearing. No standing, frivolous. Victoria was ordered to pay court costs and Mara's substantial legal fees. The loss was not just monetary. It was public record in the county where she did business. January 5th. Sienna served Brooke divorce papers, irreconcilable differences.
She cited the public humiliation and the stress placed on her and their unborn child. She moved to her sister's in Boston, keeping the ultrasound private, out of the Vance narrative. Brooke texted from a bar. "You ruined everything. You did this. I deleted the app." Diana mailed a letter, a confusing mix of apology and blame. I returned it to sender. Victoria's real estate business listing saw a sudden, catastrophic drop in reviews overnight. Anonymous commenters linked to the Yacht Mom video. Sponsors pulled their NYE recaps. Mara closed the file. Sanctions possible if they refile, but I doubt Victoria has the appetite now. She just suffered a total loss of face, legal fees, and now market reputation. I didn't stop there. I cruised Silver Ghost solo in February, anchored off Nantucket. No invites, no tags, just me and the sea. Phoenix Clara called. "Proud of you, Evelyn. You didn't just win the battle for the boat. You won the war for your name. Blood doesn't buy loyalty." She paused. Victoria is scrambling. She leveraged too much to secure the club's new lease. Her firm is exposed. I blocked the family domain, shredded old photos, and updated emergency contacts to Mara only. Self-reliance became the real inheritance. No trust fund, no fallback. Just the hull beneath my feet and decisions I controlled. Part 7. The Price of Silence. Blackmail Lena drove away from Edgartown Harbor that night with the sickening clarity of a broken fever. The Suburban, usually a symbol of her comfortable, soon-to-be secure future, felt like a metal tomb. She didn't just leave a party. She left a life she'd spent years trying to fit into. The image of Brooke's face, not her anger at Evelyn, but her raw, childish panic when she realized her mother couldn't simply command the world to obey, was burned into her mind. She was a spoiled child whose wealth was a safety blanket, and now the blanket was on fire. The baby, who had been a quiet presence throughout the evening, kicked violently as Sienna hit the highway ramp. She pulled over near Falmouth, resting her forehead against the cold steering wheel, and let the quiet come. The truth, delivered by Evelyn's cold voice through the speaker, was that the Vances valued status over people, and she realized her entire pregnancy was being leveraged as an asset for a family that measured love in square footage and slip reservations. The baby, her son, was to be the next star athlete, the next heir, the next reason for Victoria Vance's ego. She drove to her sister Mia's small apartment in South Boston. Mia was a graphic designer, living a life of chaotic, authentic independence, a life Sienna had always dismissed as unstable. Now, Mia's couch looked like the most stable place on earth. "What happened?" Mia asked, pulling Sienna's heavy coat off her shivering shoulders. "They tried to steal a boat," Sienna whispered, the absurdity of it hitting her. "And when they failed..." Brooke tried to break the door, and then she yelled at me for being stressed. The next morning, Sienna looked at the ultrasound photo, the one she kept private from the Vances, refusing to let them brand her child with their expectations. She filed the divorce papers 3 days later. It wasn't an act of revenge. It was an act of profound self-preservation. When Brooke texted, ranting about losing the Suburban and the country club membership, she simply blocked her. She felt the cold reality of her financial situation, her limited savings, the loss of the Vance credit cards. But for the first time in years, she felt she could breathe. She was protecting her child from the toxicity that had almost suffocated Evelyn. And that realization brought a quiet, steely resolve. Meanwhile, in Providence, Aunt Clara Vance watched the entire spectacle unfold on her laptop, sipping single malt scotch. The yacht confrontation video, now hitting 20 million views, was the perfect weapon. Victoria Vance's reputation was built on her perceived unshakable influence and immense wealth. The video didn't just expose her arrogance, it exposed her impotence. Clara, a quiet competitor to her sister in the New England real estate market, knew exactly where Victoria was exposed. Her recent acquisition of the massive commercial dock space adjacent to the Edgartown Yacht Club, a prize she'd flaunted for months, was financed through a short-term, high-interest note tied to the performance of her overall portfolio. The minute the court ruled against her, dismissing her frivolous Viridian Group suit and publicly tagging her firm with negative PR, the lenders got nervous. Clara called her lead attorney. Pull the full due diligence on Victoria's recent commercial acquisition. I need the closing date, the financing structure, and the names of the unsecured note holders. Specifically, look at the Edgartown dock facility. She saw her opportunity. Acquisition through calculated distress.
Clara had always been the black sheep, but she wasn't poor. Her independence was her fortress, and she'd built her fortune on smaller, stable commercial properties, avoiding the debt leverage that was Victoria's addiction. Over the next week, while Victoria was distracted with lawyers fighting the divorce and the PR meltdown, Clara's team discreetly approached the note holders. The note holders, seeing the viral video and the court dismissal, were ready to cut their losses. Clara offered them a clean cash buyout at a slight discount. By the end of January, Clara's firm, Oceanus Realty, owned the unsecured debt on the prime commercial dock space adjacent to the yacht club. This put her in a devastatingly powerful position. Not only did Victoria not own the dock space she'd bragged about, but Clara now held the keys to her continued access to the most valuable waterfront on the Cape. It was the strategic antithesis of Victoria's loud, impulsive grab for Evelyn's boat. Evelyn, now focused on capitalizing on the newfound notoriety of Silver Ghost for her brand, met with Mara and Clara in Mara's Boston office. The harbor view was stark and beautiful. Victoria's legal fees alone will cost her a luxury sedan, Mara reported, sliding a folder across the table. She's been sanctioned. The divorce is moving fast. Sienna is keeping the baby's details shielded. She's smart. Evel nodded, relief washing over her that Sienna had found her way out. And the club lease? The one she was so proud of? Clara leaned forward, placing her hands flat on the glass table. That's where we make the final, definitive move. Her voice was low, conspiratorial, and entirely devoid of sisterly warmth. Victoria leveraged the club lease to help finance the dock acquisition she just lost. Her firm is bleeding cash and credibility. The debt holding the lease on the ballroom and the grounds is small, secured through a local bank, and utterly exposed. Clara slid the new documents toward Evelyn. My firm now owns the commercial dock note. I will buy the club's lease note through Oceanus Realty, but I want the actual default and termination handled by Viridian Group, LLC. Evelyn studied the paperwork. We buy the note, call the loan, and take the club out of commission. It looks like a strategic business failure triggered by a small, independent LLC. Exactly, Clara confirmed. It's a clean kill. It shows Victoria's creditors that even a small, self-made entrepreneur like my niece can financially and legally outmaneuver her. It's not just a closing of the club, it's the closing of the Vance era. Evelyn picked up the pen Mara offered. The debt was relatively small, easily covered by the Viridian Group account and the new sponsored content deals rolling in. She signed the acquisition agreement for the club lease note, feeling the immense weight of that action. It wasn't about the money, it was about defining her reality. Welcome to the firm, Evelyn, Clara murmured, a slow, genuine smile spreading across her face. You built the platform, Mara built the wall, and now we own the harbor. The next week, Viridian Group LLC,
notified the country company of they should have club and grow back to the provided the lest. Exactly is another middle favorite with it. Maybe a clear the debt for the new corporate book. The next week, Viridian Group LLC notified the club lease note from many of the videos and saw the value bring the new spire, make sure the debt from the world. Hung Group LLC notified the country club management that the note had been called. The ensuing chaos, the canceled reservations, the enraged members, the failure of the Vance name to save them, was the silent, final victory. Evelyn didn't post about it. She didn't need to. The knowledge was enough. Sienna, watching the news from her sister's apartment, saw the club's bankruptcy announcement and understood. She sent a single, anonymous text to Evelyn's old number, knowing it would likely go straight to her archived account. "Thank you. Both of us are safe now." Evelyn never received the message, but later that day, as she planned her next, highly paid solo reel from the quiet sanctuary of the Silver Ghost, she felt a sense of completion. The debt was paid, the family was broken, and the only path forward was the open sea. Part 8. The Echo in the North End. Shorthand. Sienna settled into the small, vibrant world of South Boston. The area was a universe away from the manicured, restrictive perfection of the Cape Cod suburbs. Here, life was loud, crowded, and unapologetically real. She found a job working remotely for a small, ethical fashion boutique, utilizing the organizational skills she'd honed, keeping Brooke's chaotic life afloat. The pay was a fraction of the Vance allowance, but the dignity was priceless. Her sister Mia was her shield and her rock. Mia ensured the apartment felt like a home, not a bunker, and made sure Sienna wasn't alone when she went to her prenatal appointments. Sienna's baby, a boy she had quietly named Asher, was due in the spring. She had zero contact with the Vance family, a silence she cherished. One cold afternoon in late March, Sienna walked through the North End, a picturesque maze of brick and Italian bakeries. She was picking up a special pastry Mia craved. She felt heavy and slow, waddling slightly, trying to avoid the icy patches on the narrow sidewalk. As she rounded a corner onto a busy, historic street, she stopped dead. A figure was leaning against the brick wall of a coffee shop, absorbed in her phone. Her expensive puffer coat was zipped high, and her expression was a familiar, wounded mask of bitterness. It was Brooke. Felt the adrenaline hit her like a blast of cold air. She looked smaller, less imposing without the armor of her mother's authority. She was alone. Forging quickly backed into the deep awning of a closed storefront, her heart hammering against her ribs. Why was she here? This wasn't her territory. Brooke glanced up, her eyes scanning the crowd with a restless, hostile look. She was waiting for someone. Sienna risked a quick peek. She saw a familiar, sleek black sedan pull up. The same kind of car Victoria Vance had always driven, but this one was immaculately clean, with corporate plates. The driver's side door opened and a woman stepped out. It wasn't Diana. It was a sharp, impeccably dressed woman in her late 40s, carrying an expensive leather portfolio. Aunt Clara. Sienna watched the interaction unfold. Brooke, visibly nervous, straightened up. "You're late," she muttered, trying to sound authoritative. Clara didn't offer her a smile or a hug. She simply looked at her, her expression colder than the winter air. "I'm punctual, Brooke. You're simply used to waiting for people who fear your mother. I don't." She checked her watch. "You have 5 minutes. The terms are simple. I am acquiring the last of your mother's non-secured municipal bonds at a 40% discount through Oceanus Realty. You sign or the bank forecloses, and you get 0. Your mother needs the cash infusion immediately to avoid criminal investigation on the tax front." Brooke's face went pale. She can't sign. I'm the executor. You're the power of attorney, for now, Clara cut in, her voice a surgical slice. And I have a notarized affidavit from her primary lender stating her cognitive capacity is currently under review. Sign the damn documents, Brooke. This is the last lifeboat I'm throwing her. And by her, I mean the name Vance. Brooke hesitated, her eyes darting wildly. She clearly hadn't grasped the full extent of the legal and financial collapse. She thought Clara was there to save her, or at least pity her. You're doing this to your own family? Brooke asked, her voice cracking with disbelief. Claire sighed, pulling a pen from her briefcase. No, Brooke. Evelyn did this to Victoria. She exposed her weakness. I'm just here to clean up the mess and prevent a catastrophic scandal. Sign it. Brooke slumped against the wall and signed the papers with a desperate, clumsy flourish. Clara took the portfolio back and offered her nothing. Where's the money go? She asked, clutching the pen like a lifeline. To her legal defense fund. You get nothing, Clara stated. She opened the car door. Now, I suggest you take a bus back to whatever cheap motel you're staying in and stay away from my niece Evelyn. She owns the water you tried to dock on, and she owns the club you tried to use. She is the Silver Ghost, Brooke. You can't catch her. Clara got into the car, and the black sedan pulled away, leaving Brooke standing on the street corner, alone. She looked utterly defeated, the entitled swagger gone, replaced by a hollow shell of resentment and despair. Sienna waited, breathing shallowly, until Brooke finally stumbled away, heading toward the subway entrance, not seeing her hidden in the shadows, her world having shrunk to the size of a single ticket home. She finally stepped out, adjusting the collar of her maternity coat. She looked down at her swollen belly, a protective hand resting over the life inside. Asher was kicking gently now, a silent reassurance. The Vances were not just defeated, they were actively eating each other. Sienna had escaped, and she knew exactly whom to thank. She continued down the street to the bakery, ready to face her future, which was now blessedly free and quiet.